Assalamu alaikum. I hope everybody is doing well, and I hope you are safe and sound at your places, at your home, with your families. This class is going to continue our discussion last week. So last week we talked about how to convert hard copies into digital format, and the first technology that we discussed was OCR, or scanning and OCRing a document. Today we are moving to part 2, and we are discussing voice recognition, which is the second technology. So voice recognition basically is a way to convert a digital copy or a hard copy into a digital format that is truly machine readable. In OCR, basically we have a speaker speaking to a microphone that is linked to a computer, and there is a software that listens to the speech and transcribes what's being said into words. Let's ask ourselves about the advantages, disadvantages of using this technology. Sometimes it is very painful for people to keep typing all day long, so there is a way to take a break from typing and from sitting on a desk, and you can just speak to a microphone and you can type in either your translation or whatever you want to type. This technology also saves time, as we know, we speak faster than we type, and the price of this software is fairly inexpensive, and it is sometimes free. I think the new Microsoft Word includes this function. I'm going to show it to you in a second. What are the drawbacks of this technology? We have to understand that not all voice recognition packages work directly with other software applications. This means that I can use this software to type whatever I say inside Microsoft Word. But if I want to use other software, for example, if I want to use PowerPoint, I might not be able to speak to the microphone and the microphone types in what I say. There are two types of voice recognition. The first one is what we call speaker dependent, that needs training before it can be used. And the second one is speaker independent. It is pre-trained and anybody can use it. Of course, we need a mic, a computer voice recorder, and voice recognition software in order to use this method of conversion. Before I sum up, I'm going to show you voice recognition in action. I'm going to use my Microsoft Word here. So there's a way to start voice recognition in Microsoft Word. So I'm going to start it now. You can't do the same exact thing on your PCs because I'm using my Mac and I'm not sure if Windows have this functionality. But Microsoft Word has this function, and it's a new version. It's free for everybody and you can use it. It produces good results. So let's see. So basically I'm going to speak to the microphone, and then through a sound card, through the mic, and then the software of the OCR of the voice recognition converts my sound to words. So let's see. In this class, I'm going to talk about something that is very important, period. I want to mention that you have to do your best and study hard while the university is in a break. Period. New line. I want also to tell you guys that I missed you so much, and I hope to see you soon in class. Thank you so much. Exclamation mark. So as you can see, it produces very good transcription of what I said. So let's sum up. So in order to use a CAT tool, your source text should be machine readable format. However, we expect in the future that you receive source text in hard copies. So you have to produce a machine readable text to make use of translation technologies, and there are two main technologies used for converting printed text into electronic form. The first one is OCR and the second one is voice recognition. OCR software takes a scanned image and through a process of pattern matching converts the stored image of a text into a form that is truly machine readable and can be processed by other types of software such as CAT tools or Microsoft Word. In order to improve the accuracy of OCR, the document should be of high quality, not faded, of course. The second technology, as I mentioned, is voice recognition, which uses what we call a voice recognition software that allows a user to speak to a computer. And there are types of voice recognition software, but the majority of translators will likely be most interested in systems that allow the continuous speech dictation, such as the one that you have just seen. As we mentioned a few minutes ago, there are two types of voice recognition software. So the first one is speaker dependent. It depends on the speaker, basically, Bingo saying, or in other words, we have to train the software on a specific person's voice. Sometimes some people have problems in pronouncing some words. For example, if we take kids, they don't pronounce words very well sometimes in their childhood. For example, they tend to say speaker instead of speaker. So at this point, we use speaker dependent, and we train the software to understand that speaker in kids' accent means a speaker in adults, and it would understand that whenever the word is spelled by a child, it is a specific word. And the second one is speaker independent. The speaker independent here is a software that does not depend on the person who dictates it. It does not depend on his accent or her accent. And of course, in order to produce good results from voice recognition, we have to speak clearly and loud enough, and we have to articulate clearly as well. Thank you so much. That's it, and that's all for today's class. Please, if you have any questions, ask. I'm going to leave two things related to this video. The first one is going to be a forum where you can post your questions, or you can guys collaborate on this matter. You have a good day. Bye bye.